I'm 36-year-old female, husband, 41-year-old male, got fired for harassing a coworker and won't talk to me about it. This is a pretty long one, so sit in. There are trigger warnings here.
I was like, is this my uncle? Oh my God, bleep that Abe.
But there is a reason why I'm reading the story. This is quintessential Jade and X.
Oh.
There is a trigger warning, though. Sexual harassment, stalking, and threats. Now, we don't condone those things, but when you read when you hear the story,
okay,
you might change a little bit. So, my husband Charlie and I have been together for 10 years, married for 6. We've had our ups and downs. He's cheated, but we're in a good place. When couples say that, that's automatically where I go to.
Yeah, he cheated. Yeah. And it's him, because if she cheated, they wouldn't be together anymore. But continue.
Bingo. He's never done anything like this before. So I'm completely shocked and at a loss. Charlie is a computer programmer and was a senior engineer at his now former company, where he'd worked for 4 years. He never had any issues with coworkers and were both friendly with a few of them, mostly other men and their wives. Last Friday, he came home around 11 in the morning and he told me he'd been fired. He was really upset and agitated. I didn't want to push him at first, but he told me he was fired for harassing a coworker. I was stunned. Here's all I've managed. Right. Here's what I managed to get out of him. The coworker's name is Beth. She's a junior engineer. He's never mentioned her before. He said, and I quote, "She's terrible at her job." Beth had slept with another senior engineer that we know, Darren. We're friendly with Darren. He wasn't involved in the situation and wasn't fired. Company lawyers were present when Charlie was fired. They told him Beth could have pressed charges but chose not to. There was something involving Beth's car. He won't say what it was. His exact words were, "There was something with her car," quote unquote. He was then escorted off the premises and wasn't allowed back in the building. He has to arrange to pick up his things after business hours through security. That's it. That's all I know. He refuses to give any other details. He said that he sent her some emails, but won't say what they said. He's also not interested in seeing a lawyer. He insists that everything is legal. I don't know if Beth's relationship with Darren has anything to do with this, but the fact that Charlie even mentioned it makes me suspicious that it's connected. For what it's worth, Darren is a nice guy. He's single, late 20s, and about the same age as Beth. My mind is spinning. Charlie has been withdrawn and depressed all weekend. He barely talks to me. I work remotely, so I've been home with him this whole time. He's been playing video games nonstop and went to bed at 6 at night. The fact that he won't talk to me and won't call a lawyer makes me think this is really bad. And maybe everything they said is true. Maybe it's not a misunderstanding or something small that got blown out of proportion. He's never acted flirtatious towards other women. He's never spoken poorly about the other women engineers he works with. Nothing about this adds up to the person I thought I married. I don't know what to do. My instinct is to be supportive of my husband, but what exactly would I be supporting? I don't want to go behind his back and ask our mutual friends at his job. That feels inappropriate. We know them from get-togethers and bars, but I wouldn't say I'm close with any of them. Right now, I'm just trying to figure out how to support someone who's clearly depressed but won't open up at all.
She has to text Darren immediately.
Right.
Yeah. You gotta be like, bro.
Right. Darren, quick question.
Because if it's wild for somebody to just accept defeat after they got fired in that type of, you know what I mean? Like,
No. It's wild for your spouse to be accused of like, there's levels to this. The first accusation, I got questions. You do not get to give me these passive It's like, you cannot give me these dismissive responses. I need details. I need receipts. I need to understand what's happening here. Are you a creep? When we were watching Mob Wives, and Renee, as irritating as she is, she told Carla that her man was being inappropriate, and Carla knew and said, "Nah, well, he's just playing." That's sick. Mm-hmm. You need to understand, or you're just as complicit.
Yeah, Abe, your thoughts?
I feel like there's no way they can move forward and have a healthy marriage if they don't figure this out, or if he's not honest with her about it. If it's not a big deal, also, like he says, he should just tell her. Like, by not telling her anymore, he's making it a bigger deal, even though it sounds like it's already a pretty big deal. And to get fired, and be like, that's a pretty big red flag. Because he's probably making good money if he's a software engineer.
Hell yeah.
Right.
I'm not going down easy, making 6 figures.
I feel like
anyone get fired like that, you don't get a severance.
Yeah, and unless like it's not worth it. I don't know. Like not getting a lawyer. It feels very much like he f***ed up and did some weird shit, and now is trying to play it cool.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
So there's an update.
Okay. We need one for this one. We have to.
We do. My original thread was locked before I could respond to any of the comments, but I was able to read through them this morning. I really appreciate the advice. Let's go. Get ready, because this is rough.
Okay. Oh, no.
I got up at 5:30 a.m. to go to the gym before work, and my husband was still awake playing video games. I presented him with a suggestion someone made. If he could talk to me face to face, he could at least email me the details. I told him it wasn't... Oh, excuse me, let me read that again. If he couldn't talk to me face to face, he could at least email me the details. I told him it wasn't okay to keep shutting me out because this affects me too. His response, and I quote, "The paperwork's in my car. Go get it if you want to read it." I asked if he could get it so we could go through it together, and he snapped, "You're going to believe what you want anyway." All of this is completely out of character for our marriage. I've always considered myself pretty patient, but this felt like a wall I couldn't get through. We ended up going out to the car together. He got in, he handed me the papers, and then just left. For about 2 hours, I was panicked. I didn't know where he was, if he was okay, or if he was thinking of hurting himself. His mother texted me around 9 a.m. to say he was at their house. She asked what happened and if everything was okay. His parents live about 15 minutes away. Apparently, he told her he was going to stay there. So, the paperwork. According to the documents that his company gave him, he sent multiple harassing emails to his coworker Beth from anonymous email accounts. The emails were printed out and included in the file. He did all of this while at work, and the company had been monitoring his account for 3 months. The emails...
Not 90 days.
The emails were not sexual or romantic,
but
they were
quarter.
cruel. They said things like, "You're terrible at your job. You only had this position because you're a woman. You should quit before you get fired. Everyone in the office hates you."
Oh, your husband's a bully.
He created fake users accounts for his company's product, which he works on, and submitted bad reviews targeting her work, also done while logged in at work. He anonymously emailed her boss, claiming she was sleeping with a senior engineer from another project.
Darren?
He left a gun catalog on the windshield of her car. I don't even know what that gesture means, but I understand it was meant to be threatening. Inside the catalog was a subscription card with his name and address already filled in, auto-filled in by the company. She also reported being harassed on Twitter for about the same time period, 3 months. They could prove one account belonged to him as he was logged into it at work, and the account told her she should quit her job.
So the real
I
ruse for
am-
this woman isn't that not just that she was married to a creep, but she was married to a dumbass this whole time.
And a bully. And a misogynist.
Like,
Oh my God.
I laughed because I was like, say no to coworkers, right? Because I'm like, he hates her so much that he was like, this isn't even sexual or anything. Like, I hate you. You suck at your job. That's funny to me. But him being a misogynist pig is awful.
I don't know what's worse.
The funny thing is his audacity. He just like, you know.
This feels like very childlike behavior, and just very like I don't know. It feels very projecting too. Like, what's the deal? Like, this feels like it has nothing to do with Beth.
No.
No, not at all. Either she wouldn't suck his or
See, I don't even
He
think
might
it was
just
that.
hate her.
yeah,
Like,
he
you know
might
what I
just
mean? Like,
he might hate her, and he might. I don't know if like it just he took drag too far. I don't know if
Like don't get me wrong. I have hated somebody at work. Like I have like to this day.
Yeah.
Like if this was the purge and I had the opportunity, best to believe I would take the opportunity. However,
absolutely at the
I
knees.
just we're not at that. We're not. That's not going to happen. So you have to like swallow that a little bit. Like you know what I
he
mean?
totally fell into the trap of being mad about it, and he fucked up his whole life.
Yeah.
Because now your wife has no respect for you. I know I would lose full respect for a partner who did all of this. Like, hold on. Like, you could have been taking me on dates and you were harassing a young lady like Talib Kweli on Twitter?
Yeah.
Like,
He probably didn't
what?
get her an Easter basket.
Yeah.
Definitely didn't get an Easter basket. Not even a lottery card. Like,
No.
oh, that is disturbing to find out about a partner. I wish this would go when I tell you he is doing his runs for the summer and he like stands right in front of my window with this song playing. I wish he was like my uncle who played Al Green from his ice cream truck, but here we are. All right, we'll do one more and then we're going to let Abe go and be done. We'll do our final. I hope she divorces him. I really do.
Yeah, she has to.
Yeah, you must. You'll never have respect
she can't
for this
be
person again.
She can't be married to that dude anymore because now that she knows, that's on her now. Like, you can't be associated with that.
No, like what would you
you
do
can't
to
be
me?
associated with loser behavior.
Yeah,
That's loser behavior.
yeah.
You're an online bully.
Yeah.
You
And a dumb
create
one.
multiple profiles and a stupid one, and create multiple profiles to harass somebody.
And don't get me wrong, I'm not above telling somebody on the internet how stupid they are. Like, I am not above that. However, you at work, dog, like, you're not bright. Like, I get it. You can express
Especially
how much
for
you
a
hate your
software
coworker.
engineer.
But
Yeah, we
this has
fully
nothing to
believe
do
in
with
hating
you.
coworkers. You took drag too far. You took it too far.
broski.
If for whatever god awful reason you want more Jade and XD, make sure you subscribe to us on Patreon.